Thank you for being here today. I am deeply honored to have the chance to speak with you. Your presence here demonstrates a commitment to personal growth and self-improvement, and for that I commend you. Each one of you has taken time out of your busy schedules, showing dedication to becoming the best version of yourself. Today we are going to talk about something profoundly important, finding yourself again. This journey of self-discovery is not just about reaching a destination, but about understanding who you truly are and aligning your life with that understanding. Life has a way of pulling us in many directions. We get caught up in our responsibilities, our roles, and the expectations placed upon us in this whirlwind. It's easy to lose sight of who we really are. So we begin to define ourselves by external markers, our jobs, our relationships, our possessions. But true fulfillment comes from within, from knowing and being true to yourself. Finding yourself again means reconnecting with your inner values, passions, and dreams. It means taking a step back from the chaos and rediscovering what truly matters to you. This process is crucial because it lays the foundation for a life of purpose and satisfaction. When you know who you are, you can make decisions that are aligned with your true self, leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. I want to share with you that finding yourself is not a one-time event, but a continual process. Life's experiences shape us, sometimes in ways we might not recognize immediately. Every challenge, every setback, and every success is a piece of the puzzle that makes up who we are. By embracing this ongoing journey, we allow ourselves the grace to grow and evolve. It's important to remember that this journey is deeply personal. It requires introspection, honesty, and sometimes the courage to face parts of ourselves that we might have ignored. But it is through this process that we can emerge stronger, more authentic, and more aligned with our true selves. So we must also acknowledge the importance of self-compassion. Being kind to ourselves during this journey is vital. We are all human and we all make mistakes. It's how we learn and grow from these experiences that defines us. Remember, the journey to self-discovery is not about perfection, but about progress. Each step you take brings you closer to your true self. So, as we begin this journey together, keep an open mind and a willing heart. Know that the path to finding yourself again is filled with opportunities for growth and transformation. And most importantly, believe that you have the power to create the life you truly desire, one that is in harmony with your authentic self. Let me share a story from my own life, a time when I felt completely lost. There was a period when I was overwhelmed by the pressures of work and personal responsibilities. I was chasing success, but in doing so, I had lost touch with the things that truly mattered to me. Every day felt like a battle. And despite achieving what many would call success, I felt an emptiness inside. It was as if I was living someone else's life. One day, a close friend noticed my struggles and asked me a simple yet profound question. When was the last time you felt truly happy? That question hit me hard because I couldn't remember. It forced me to confront the reality that I had been ignoring. I realized I was going through the motions without any real connection to my actions or my purpose. This realization was both frightening and liberating. Frightening because it meant acknowledging that I had strayed far from my true self. Liberating because it marked the beginning of my journey back to who I really was. I started to reflect on my values, passions, and the dreams I had set aside. It was a difficult process, filled with moments of doubt and uncertainty. But gradually, I began to rediscover the things that made me feel alive and fulfilled. I remember the initial struggles vividly. There were days when it felt easier to slip back into old habits than to push forward with the changes I needed to make. Yet, with each small step, I gained a clearer sense of direction and purpose. I started setting goals that aligned with my true self, and I began to see positive changes in my life. Understanding the need for change often starts with recognizing the signs that something is off. For me, it was a persistent feeling of dissatisfaction and the sense that I was not living up to my potential. These feelings were signals that I needed to reconnect with my inner self. It's important to pay attention to these signs. They might manifest as stress, a lack of motivation, or a feeling that something is missing in your life. These are all indications that it's time to step back and reevaluate your path. Staying disconnected from oneself has significant impacts. When you are not in tune with who you are, it becomes challenging to make decisions that truly benefit you. You might find yourself pursuing goals that don't resonate with you, leading to frustration and burnout. Living a life that is not aligned with your true self can also strain your relationships, as others may sense that you are not being authentic. The longer you remain disconnected, the more difficult it can become to break free from the cycle. The journey to self-discovery is about more than just finding happiness. It's about creating a life that reflects your true values and aspirations. When you reconnect with yourself, you gain clarity and confidence. Your actions become more purposeful, and you start to attract opportunities that align with your authentic self. This alignment creates a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that external achievements alone cannot provide. I discovered the power of mindfulness and self-reflection. Taking time each day to connect with my thoughts and feelings helped me stay grounded and focused. I also learned to surround myself with positive influences, people who supported my growth and shared my values. These changes didn't happen overnight, but with persistence and dedication, they transformed my life. The process of finding yourself again is ongoing. It requires patience and a willingness to embrace both the highs and the lows. There will be challenges along the way, but each challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. By staying committed to this journey, you will not only find yourself again, but also create a life that is rich with meaning and purpose. So remember that the most important step is the first one you take toward reconnecting with yourself. From there, each step will bring you closer to the life you were truly meant to live. Change is a powerful force that drives personal growth and self-discovery. It's the catalyst that pushes us out of our comfort zones and forces us to confront the unknown. Without change, we remain stagnant, and our potential for growth is limited. Change allows us to break free from old patterns and habits that no longer serve us, opening the door to new opportunities and experiences. It's through change that we learn more about ourselves, our strengths, and our true desires. Embracing change is essential because it challenges us to adapt and evolve. When we resist change, we create barriers that prevent us from achieving our full potential. Embracing change, on the other hand, means accepting that life is dynamic and ever-changing. It means being open to new ideas, perspectives, and ways of doing things. This openness is what leads to self-discovery. By stepping into the unknown, we gain insights into who we are and what we are capable of achieving. When we embrace change, we often discover hidden strengths and talents that we didn't know we had. We learn to trust ourselves and our ability to navigate through life's uncertainties. This self-trust is a crucial component of self-discovery. It empowers us to take risks and pursue our dreams, knowing that we have the resilience and resourcefulness to overcome any challenges that come our way. Setting clear goals is a vital part of this journey. Goals provide us with direction and purpose. They act as a roadmap, guiding us toward our desired destination. Without goals, it's easy to feel lost and aimless. Clear goals help us focus our energy and efforts on what truly matters to us. They give us a sense of purpose and motivation, driving us to take action and make progress. When setting goals, it's important to ensure they are achievable and meaningful. Start by identifying what you truly want to achieve. Reflect on your values, passions, and aspirations. What excites you? What do you feel deeply passionate about? These are the areas where your goals should lie. By aligning your goals with your true self, you ensure that the pursuit of these goals will bring you fulfillment and satisfaction. What's next? Break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps. This makes them less overwhelming and more attainable. Each small step you take brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Celebrate your progress along the way, no matter how small. This positive reinforcement keeps you motivated and encourages you to keep moving forward. It's also crucial to set a timeline for your goals. Deadlines create a sense of urgency and help you stay focused. They prevent procrastination and ensure that you are consistently working toward your objectives. However, be flexible with your timeline. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes things don't go as planned. Adjust your timeline as needed, but never lose sight of your goals. Another important aspect of goal setting is to write your goals down. This simple act makes your goals tangible and real. It helps you clarify your intentions and solidify your commitment to achieving them. Keep your written goals in a place where you can see them regularly. This constant reminder will keep you focused and motivated. Accountability is another key factor in achieving your goals. Share your goals with someone you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, or mentor. This person can provide support, encouragement, and constructive feedback. They can also hold you accountable and help you stay on track. As you pursue your goals, be prepared to face obstacles and setbacks. These are inevitable parts of any journey. Instead of seeing them as failures, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Each setback is a chance to reassess your approach, make adjustments, and come back stronger. Persistence is crucial. Keep pushing forward even when the going gets tough. Remember, every challenge you overcome brings you closer to your true self in this journey of self-discovery. It's essential to stay true to yourself. Don't set goals based on what others expect of you or what society deems important. Focus on what truly matters to you. Authenticity is the key to finding lasting fulfillment and happiness. Change is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Embrace it with an open heart and a willing spirit. Set clear, meaningful goals that align with your true self. Take consistent, purposeful steps toward those goals. Stay committed, stay focused, and stay true to yourself. As you do, you will find that the journey of self-discovery is not just about finding yourself again, but about becoming the person you were always meant to be. Each step you take is a testament to your commitment to personal growth and self-discovery. Together, let's continue to embrace change and set goals that lead us to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Our mindset plays a crucial role in personal development. It shapes how we perceive ourselves, our abilities, and the world around us. A positive mindset is the foundation upon which we build our lives. It influences our thoughts, behaviors, and ultimately your outcomes. When we cultivate a positive and growth-oriented mindset, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and opportunities. Transforming our mindset begins with recognition that we have the power to change our thoughts. Our thoughts are not fixed. They are malleable and can be reshaped with conscious effort. This transformation requires us to be mindful of our internal dialogue and to replace negative, limiting thoughts with positive, empowering ones. One effective technique to cultivate a positive mindset is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. It helps us appreciate the present moment and recognize the abundance in our lives. By regularly acknowledging the things we are grateful for, we train our minds to see the positive aspects of our experiences. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on our overall outlook and well-being. Another powerful technique is the use of positive affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that we repeat to ourselves to reinforce positive beliefs and attitudes. By consistently affirming our strengths, abilities, and potential, we reprogram our subconscious mind to support our growth and success. For example, repeating affirmations like "I am capable," "I am worthy," and "I'm constantly growing" can help us build a strong foundation of self-belief and confidence. Visualization is also a valuable tool in developing a positive mindset. By vividly imagining our goals and desired outcomes, we create a mental picture of success. This mental rehearsal helps us stay focused and motivated, making our goals feel more attainable. Visualization activates the same neural pathways in our brain as actual experiences, reinforcing our belief in our ability to achieve our dreams. Mindset transformation also involves overcoming negative beliefs that hinder self-discovery. These beliefs often stem from past experiences, failures, or the influence of others. Common negative beliefs include thoughts like I am not good enough, I will never succeed, or I don't deserve happiness. These limiting beliefs act as barriers, preventing us from reaching our full potential. To overcome these negative beliefs, we must first identify them. Pay attention to the thoughts that arise when you face challenges or setbacks. Are there recurring negative patterns? Once identified, challenge these beliefs by examining their validity. Ask yourself, is this belief based on facts, or is it a perception I have accepted without questioning? Replacing negative beliefs with positive ones requires consistent effort. One effective strategy is cognitive reframing, which involves changing the way we interpret situations. Instead of viewing a setback as a failure, see it as a learning opportunity. Instead of believing you are not capable, remind yourself of past successes and the skills you possess. By reframing our thoughts, we shift our focus from limitations to possibilities. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences is another key strategy. The people we interact with regularly can significantly impact our mindset. Seek out individuals who uplift, inspire, and support you. Engage in conversations that are constructive and motivating. By surrounding yourself with positivity, you create an environment that nurtures your growth and reinforces your positive beliefs. Developing a positive mindset is an ongoing journey. It requires patience, persistence, and self-compassion. There will be times when negative thoughts creep in, but by being aware and proactive, we can address and transform them. Remember, it's not about achieving perfection, but about making progress. Each small step toward a positive mindset brings us closer to a life of fulfillment and self-discovery. Let us commit to nurturing our minds with positive thoughts and beliefs. Let us embrace the power of gratitude, affirmations, and visualization to reinforce our growth. Let us challenge and overcome the negative beliefs that hold us back, replacing them with empowering truths. By doing so, we unlock our true potential and create a life that reflects our highest aspirations. Together, we can cultivate a positive, growth-oriented mindset that will guide us toward a future filled with purpose, joy, and endless possibilities. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going in the face of challenges and setbacks. It is a crucial quality in the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Resilience allows us to navigate through life's ups and downs with grace and determination. It is not about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them head-on and emerging stronger on the other side. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that will not work." His resilience was evident in his relentless pursuit of success despite numerous failures. Each setback was not a reason to give up, but a stepping stone toward eventual success. This mindset enabled him to achieve extraordinary things and leave a lasting legacy. Resilience is equally important in our personal lives. It is the quality that helps us cope with loss, adapt to change, and overcome obstacles. It gives us the strength to persevere when times are tough, and the optimism to believe that better days are ahead. Resilient individuals do not allow temporary setbacks to define their journey. Instead, they use these experiences as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Cultivating resilience involves developing certain habits and mindsets. One effective technique is to practice self-care. Taking care of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being ensures that we have the strength and energy to face challenges. This includes maintaining a healthy lifestyle, seeking support when needed, and taking time to recharge. Another technique is to stay flexible. Life is unpredictable, and things do not always go as planned. Being adaptable allows us to navigate through changes more smoothly. It means being open to new approaches and willing to adjust our plans when necessary. Flexibility does not mean giving up on our goals, but finding different ways to achieve them. Building a strong support network is also crucial. Surround yourself with people who encourage and uplift you. These are the individuals who will stand by you during tough times and celebrate your successes. They provide a sense of belonging and a reminder that you are not alone in this journey. Persistence, on the other hand, is a steady effort to achieve our goals despite difficulties or delays. It is closely linked to resilience, as it requires a sustained effort over time. Persistence is about keeping our eyes on the prize and not letting temporary obstacles deter us from. One of the best ways to cultivate persistence is to break down our goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes the overall goal less overwhelming and allows us to make steady progress. Celebrate each small victory along the way, as this will keep you motivated and reinforce your commitment to your goals. Another technique is to maintain a positive attitude. Believe in your ability to succeed and remind yourself of your past achievements. Visualize your success and keep a mental image of your desired outcome. This positive reinforcement helps to build confidence and keep you moving forward, even when faced with challenges. Persistence also involves being patient. Understand that great things take time and that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. Do not be discouraged by slow progress or temporary failures. Keep pushing forward, knowing that each step brings you closer to your goal. The benefits of a persistent approach to self-discovery are immense. It builds character and strengthens our resolve. It teaches us the value of hard work and dedication. Most importantly, it leads to personal growth and fulfillment. When we persist in the face of challenges, we learn more about ourselves and our capabilities. We develop a deeper understanding of our strengths and weaknesses, which helps us to become more resilient and adaptable. Resilience and persistence are essential qualities on the path to self-discovery and personal growth. They enable us to navigate through life's challenges with determination and grace. By cultivating these qualities, we can overcome obstacles, achieve our goals, and create a fulfilling life that reflects our true potential. In our journey of self-discovery and personal growth, the importance of a support system cannot be overstated. We are social beings, and our connections with others play a crucial role in shaping who we are. Supportive relationships provide us with encouragement, guidance, and sense of belonging. They offer us strength during challenging times and celebrate our successes, no matter how small. Building a strong support network starts with recognizing the need for it. Often, we try to go it alone, thinking that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But in reality, seeking support is a sign of strength. It shows that we understand the value of collaboration and the power of community. Supportive relationships help us see different perspectives, provide feedback, and hold us accountable to our goals. To build a strong support network, start by surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded individuals. Look for people who uplift and inspire you, those who share your values and aspirations. These could be friends, family members, colleagues, or members of your community. Engage in activities and groups where you can meet new people and form meaningful connections. Building relationships takes time and effort, but the rewards are immense. Communication is key in nurturing these relationships. Be open and honest about your needs and challenges. Listen actively to others and offer your support in return. A strong support system is built on mutual trust and respect, where everyone feels valued and appreciated. Remember, it's not about the quantity of relationships, but the quality. Even a few strong, supportive connections can make a significant difference in your life. Mentorship plays a pivotal role in personal growth. A mentor is someone who has walked the path before you and is willing to share their experiences and insights. They provide guidance, wisdom, and encouragement, helping you navigate through challenges and avoid common pitfalls. Mentors can see your potential and push you to achieve more than you might believe possible. Finding a mentor begins with identifying individuals you admire and respect. Look for someone whose values align with yours and who has achieved what you aspire to. Approach them with humility and a willingness to learn. Most successful people are more than willing to share their knowledge and help others succeed. Building a mentor-mentee relationship requires mutual respect, open communication, and a genuine interest in each other's growth. Learning from the experiences and advice of others accelerates our personal development. We don't have to make all the mistakes ourselves. We can learn from those who have already been there. Their stories of struggle and triumph provide valuable lessons and insights. Take the time to listen, ask questions, and reflect on the advice given. Apply what resonates with you and fits your unique journey. The role of mentors is not limited to professional growth. They can also provide guidance in personal development, helping you to become a better person overall. A good mentor will challenge you to step out of your comfort zone, to take risks, and to pursue your passions with vigor. They will hold you accountable and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Building a support system and seeking mentorship are essential steps in our journey of self-discovery and personal growth. They provide us with the strength, the guidance, and encouragement we need to navigate through life's challenges. By surrounding ourselves with positive influences and learning from the experiences of others, we can accelerate our growth and achieve our full potential. Let's continue to build strong, supportive relationships and seek the guidance of those who inspire us. By doing so, we create a network of strength and wisdom that propels us toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Taking action is the most critical step in the process of finding oneself. It's not enough to simply think about change or to dream about a better life. We must take decisive, purposeful actions that move us toward our goals. Action is the bridge between our desires and our reality. Without it, our dreams remain just that, dreams. But with action, we can transform our lives and discover our true selves. The first step in taking consistent action is to set clear, achievable goals. These goals give us direction and purpose, guiding our actions toward a specific outcome. So once we have our goals in place, we need to break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes the overall goal less overwhelming and allows us to see progress along the way. Each small step brings us closer to our larger objective, building momentum and confidence. It's important to establish a routine that supports our goals. Consistency is key. Dedicate specific times each day or week to work on your goals. This helps create a habit of taking action and ensures that you make steady progress. Use tools like to-do lists, planners, or digital apps to keep track of your tasks and deadlines. These tools help you stay organized and focused, making it easier to take purposeful action. Accountability is another powerful motivator. Share your goals with someone you trust, a friend, family member, or mentor. This person can provide support, encouragement, and hold you accountable for your progress. Knowing that someone else is aware of your goals and is cheering you on can be a strong incentive to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Taking action also means being willing to step out of your comfort zone. Growth happens when we challenge ourselves and try new things. It might feel uncomfortable or even scary at times, but this is where true transformation occurs. Embrace the discomfort and push through it. Each time you do, you expand your capabilities and build resilience. A commitment to lifelong learning is essential. Continuous learning keeps our minds sharp, our skills relevant, and our perspectives fresh. It allows us to adapt to new challenges and seize new opportunities. The world is constantly evolving, and to stay ahead, we must evolve with it. Incorporating learning into our daily lives doesn't have to be complicated. Start by dedicating time each day to read. Choose books, articles, or journals that inspire you and align with your goals. Reading not only expands your knowledge, but also stimulates your mind and sparks new ideas. Aim to read for at least 30 minutes a day. This small habit can have a profound impact on your growth. Another way to commit to lifelong learning is to seek out educational opportunities. Attend workshops, seminars, and conferences in your field of interest. These events provide valuable insights, networking opportunities, and a chance to learn from experts. They also reinvigorate your passion and commitment to your goals. Listening to podcasts or audiobooks is another effective method. Especially if you have a busy schedule, you can listen while commuting, exercising, or doing household chores. This allows you to make productive use of your time and continuously feed your mind with new information. Engage with others who share your interests and goals. Join online forums, local clubs, or professional groups. These communities provide a platform for sharing knowledge, exchanging ideas, and gaining different perspectives. Being part of a learning community keeps you motivated and accountable. Embrace the practice of self-reflection. Regularly take time to evaluate your progress, identify areas for improvement, and celebrate your achievements. Reflecting on your experiences helps you learn from them and apply those lessons moving forward. Taking action and committing to continuous improvement are fundamental to finding oneself and achieving personal growth. By setting clear goals, breaking them down into manageable tasks, and establishing a consistent routine, we can take purposeful steps toward our dreams. Embracing lifelong learning ensures that we remain adaptable, informed, and ever-growing. Strive for excellence and unlock the limitless potential within us. Let's take a moment to recap the key points we have discussed. We have explored the vital journey of finding yourself again, a journey that begins with recognizing the need for change and setting clear, meaningful goals. We have talked about the power of developing a positive mindset, the importance of building resilience and persistence, and the necessity of seeking support and mentorship. Finally, we have highlighted the critical role love taking action and committing to continuous improvement in your personal growth journey. Finding yourself is not just about achieving goals, but about aligning your life with your true values and passions. It's about creating a life that reflects who you truly are and what you truly want. This journey requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to embrace change. It's an ongoing process that evolves as you grow and learn more about yourself. The importance of this journey cannot be overstated. When you know who you are and what you stand for, you make decisions that are in harmony with your true self. This alignment brings a sense of fulfillment and purpose that external achievements alone cannot provide. It empowers you to live authentically and to create a life that is rich with meaning. I want to encourage each of you to take the first step on this journey of self-discovery. Start by setting aside time for reflection. Identify the areas of your life where you feel disconnected and ask yourself what changes you need to make to realign with your true self. Set clear, achievable goals that reflect your values and passions. Break these goals down into manageable steps and take consistent, purposeful action every day. Remember to cultivate a positive mindset. Practice gratitude, use positive affirmations, and visualize your success. Surround yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire you. Seek out mentors who can provide guidance and share their wisdom. Embrace lifelong learning and continuously seek ways to grow. The journey of self-discovery is not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. It requires persistence and resilience, but the results are worth every effort. By staying committed to this journey, you will discover strengths you never knew you had and achieve goals you never thought possible. You will create a life that is true to who you are and filled with purpose and joy. As you leave here today, I want you to remember that you have the power to transform your life. The path to finding yourself again starts with a single step, and each step you take brings you closer to the person you were meant to be. Believe in yourself. Stay committed to your goals and embrace the journey with an open heart and a willing spirit. Thank you for being here today and for committing to your personal growth. Together, let's continue to strive for excellence and unlock the limitless potential within us. The journey of self-discovery is a lifelong adventure, and I am confident that each of you has the strength and determination to make it a remarkable one. Keep moving forward, keep growing, and never stop believing in the incredible possibilities that lie ahead. I used to believe in the myth of pure talent. Standing here today, I can't help but think back to that young man in high school who seemed to have it all: natural athleticism, quick wit, and that effortless charm everyone envied. Mike was his name. While the rest of us struggled through basketball practice, Mike glided across the court like he was born with a ball in his hands. 20 years later, I ran into Mike at a local coffee shop. Instead of the NBA career everyone had predicted, he was working a regular 9-to-5, living an ordinary life. Meanwhile, Tommy, the kid, who couldn't make a single basket during those early practices, had built a successful business empire through sheer determination and countless hours of hard work. This encounter changed my entire perspective on success. Talent is like a head start in a marathon. It might give you initial advantage, but it's the persistent stride, the relentless forward motion that carries you across the finish line. I have spent decades studying success patterns across different fields, interviewing countless achievers, and one truth consistently emerges. Hard work is the great equalizer. When you are sleeping, someone else is working. When you are taking a break, someone else is pushing through. When you are satisfied with good enough, someone else is striving for excellence. The most successful people I have met share one common trait. They are not necessarily the most gifted, but they are the ones who show up every single day, rain or shine. They are the ones who practice their craft long after others have called it quits. They are the ones who understand that excellence is not an act, but a habit. Every single day you have a choice. You can rely on your natural abilities and coast through life, or you can push yourself beyond your comfort zone, beyond what comes easily. The beauty of hard work is that it's available to everyone. It does not discriminate based on background, education, or natural talent. I remember reading about a study that revealed something remarkable about top performers in various fields. The research showed that natural talent contributed only about 10% to their success. The other 90%, pure, unadulterated hard work. This is not just theory. I have witnessed this principle transform lives, reshape destinies, and turn underdogs into champions. While talent might determine where you start, it's your work ethic that determines where you finish. The most beautiful part about this truth is that it puts success within everyone's reach. It's not about waiting to be discovered or lamenting the genes you weren't born with. It's about taking control of your destiny through consistent, dedicated effort. Speaking of taking control, I'd like to share with you some extraordinary examples of how the principle of hard work over talent has played out in various fields, from sports to business, from education to the arts. How deeply we have been misled about the power of natural talent. Growing up, we are surrounded by stories of prodigies: the Mozart who composed at 5, the Jordan who seemed born to play basketball. These stories paint a seductive but dangerous picture that greatness is somehow preordained, written in our DNA. Recent research from cognitive psychology has completely shattered this talent-first mentality. Scientists studied identical twins, people with exactly the same genetic makeup, and found something remarkable. Even with identical genes, their achievements vary dramatically based on one simple factor: the amount of dedicated practice they put in. What we call natural talent actually accounts for less than 10% of achievement in any field. This is not just theory. I have seen it play out countless times in the real world. Take Warren Buffett, for example. Many think he has some mystical talent for picking stocks. But dig deeper, and you will find a man who spent his childhood reading every book on investing he could find, who practiced analyzing companies relentlessly, who put in thousands of hours before making his first successful investment. Or consider the story of Thomas Edison. We often hear about his 10,000 failed attempts to create the light bulb. But what's less discussed is how he systematically outworked every other inventor of his time. While others relied on their intuition and talent, Edison established a rigorous testing system, working methodically through every possible combination until he succeeded. The science behind this is fascinating. Our brains physically change through dedicated practice. It's called neuroplasticity. Every hour of focused practice creates new neural pathways, strengthens connections, and quite literally rebuilds your brain to become better at your chosen skill. Talent does not create these pathways. Only consistent, deliberate practice does. I once met a young entrepreneur who was struggling to compete with her more naturally gifted peers. She felt defeated, believing she lacked the innate business sense others seemed to possess. But here's what changed everything for her. She started treating business skills like a muscle that needed daily exercise. She read one business case study every morning before breakfast, analyzed one company's strategy every afternoon, and practiced public speaking for an hour every evening. Within 2 years, she had outperformed all those natural entrepreneurs who relied solely on their instincts. This brings us to a crucial point about expertise. Studies show that what we perceive as natural talent is often just the result of early exposure and practice. Child prodigies don't emerge from nowhere. They typically have environments that encouraged early, intensive practice in their field. The key difference is not their genes. It's the hours they invested before anyone was watching. The most liberating part about debunking the talent myth is realizing that excellence is a choice available to everyone. It's not about having the right genes or being born with it. It's about making a decision to put in the work day after day, regardless of how you feel or what others believe about your potential. And speaking of putting in the work, there's something incredibly powerful about understanding exactly how deliberate practice transforms average performers into extraordinary achievers. There is something magical that happens when you understand the true nature of intentional practice. It's not just about putting in time, it's about putting in the right kind of time. I have studied successful people across every field imaginable, and I have discovered that excellence is not about mindless repetition. It's about focused, intentional improvement. Have you ever wondered why some people can practice something for 20 years and barely improve, while others become masters in far less time? The secret lies in how they practice. Deliberate practice is not comfortable. It's not about doing what you already know. It's about consistently pushing yourself to the edge of your capabilities where failure and learning dance together. The 10,000-hour principle is not just about clocking time. It's about clocking intelligent time. Every hour needs to count. When you break down any complex skill into its fundamental components, something remarkable happens. You begin to see that mastery is not some mysterious force. It's a series of small, manageable challenges that you can systematically conquer. The human brain is designed to form habits, to create neural pathways that make complex tasks become second nature. But here's the key. You have to train it the right way. Start with the fundamentals, master them completely, then gradually increase the complexity. It's like building a skyscraper. You need a solid foundation before you can reach for the clouds. I have worked with countless individuals who transformed their lives by understanding this principle. They stopped waiting for motivation and started building systems. They created daily routines that made excellence inevitable. Remember this, motivation is fleeting, but habits last a lifetime. The most successful people I know don't rely on willpower alone. They design their environment to make practice inevitable. They schedule their important work during their peak energy hours. They eliminate distractions before they can derail their focus. They understand that sustainable success is not about heroic efforts. It's about consistent daily actions that compound over time. Deliberate practice requires feedback. You need to know what's working and what is not. The best performers in any field regularly analyze their performance, seek constructive criticism, and adjust their approach based on results. They're not just putting in hours. They're putting in smart hours. And this is where most people go wrong. They practice what they're already good at, staying in their comfort zone, never pushing into that uncomfortable space where real growth happens. But true mastery requires us to face our weaknesses head on, to practice precisely what we find most challenging. The path to excellence is rarely smooth, but that's exactly what makes it valuable. I often think about the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't. It's not that successful people face fewer obstacles. They just respond to them differently. Every significant achievement in history has faced seemingly insurmountable challenges. When obstacles appear, most people see them as signs to stop. But here's the truth. Obstacles are actually signposts showing you exactly where you need to grow. They're not walls. They are windows into your next level of development. I've seen this principle transform lives time and time again. Take the story of Sarah, a client who dreamed of starting her own business. She faced every obstacle imaginable: limited capital, fierce competition, a recession. But instead of letting these challenges defeat her, she used them as a blueprint for growth. Each problem became a skill to master, each setback a lesson to learn. Mental toughness is not something you are born with, it's something you develop like a muscle. When you face resistance, when you push through discomfort, you are literally rewiring your brain to become more resilient. The science behind this is fascinating. Every time you overcome a challenge, your brain creates new neural pathways that make you stronger for the next obstacle. Resilience is not about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and moving forward anyway. It's about understanding that discomfort is the price of growth. The most successful people I have studied don't avoid challenges. They actively seek them out because they understand that's where real progress happens. The key to overcoming obstacles lies in your perspective. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, what's the opportunity hidden in this problem? Every obstacle carries within it the seeds of an equal or greater benefit. This is not just positive thinking. It's a practical approach to problem solving that transforms barriers into stepping stones. And this brings us to something truly transformative, understanding how these daily battles, these consistent efforts to overcome obstacles, create a compound effect that can completely revolutionize your life. The most powerful force in the universe is not talent or even raw effort. It's compound interest of your hard work. Every single day, your actions are like tiny deposits in the bank of excellence. At first, the returns seem small, almost insignificant. But over time, something magical happens. Water dripping on a rock, one drop does not make a difference. 1,000 drops, still no visible change. But keep that water dripping consistently, day after day, year after year, and eventually it carves through solid stone. That's exactly how hard work transforms your life. I have studied thousands of success stories across every field imaginable, and they all share this same pattern. It's never about the big dramatic moments. It's about the small, consistent actions that nobody sees. The athlete who practices 1 extra hour when everyone else has gone home. The entrepreneur who makes 1 more call after a day of rejections. The writer who writes 1 more page even when inspiration is not there. Many people believe success comes from occasional bursts of incredible effort, but that's like trying to get fit by working out for 10 hours once a month. It does not work. What works is showing up every single day, putting in focused effort, even when it's just for a short time. The compound effect works on your skills, your knowledge, your relationships, your opportunities, everything. Each small improvement builds on the last. A 1% improvement every day does not sound like much, but compound that over a year, and you are 37 times better. That's not linear growth. That's exponential transformation. The compound effect requires patience. In today's world of instant gratification, most people can't handle the waiting. They give up just before their efforts are about to create breakthrough results. Remember this. The time will pass anyway. The question is, say, will you be closer to your goals when it does? I often tell people to think like farmers, not like hunters. A hunter needs immediate results. They either catch something today or go hungry. But a farmer plants seeds, tends them daily, and trusts the process. They understand that harvest comes in its own time, but it comes without fail if you have done the work consistently. Let me share with you some powerful evidence that demonstrates the triumph of hard work over raw talent. The story that always moves me is that of Howard Schultz, who grew up in public housing and became a global business leader. He faced 242 rejections from banks while trying to fund his coffee shop vision. But here's a remarkable part. He kept refining his pitch, learning from each rejection until he finally succeeded. Today, that persistence has transformed into thousands of stores worldwide. Consider the groundbreaking research from Florida State University that studied elite performers across different fields. They discovered something fascinating. The top performers weren't the ones who displayed early natural talent. Instead, they were the ones who engaged in what researchers call deliberate practice for at least 10 years before achieving significant success. I recently spoke with a tech entrepreneur who failed in her first 3 startups. Most people would have given up, labeled themselves as not cut out for business, but she approached each failure as a data point, meticulously analyzing what went wrong. Her 4th venture just received $50 million in funding. When I asked her the secret, she said, I didn't fail 3 times. I found 3,000 ways that didn't work. The scientific evidence is overwhelming. A landmark study in the journal Psychological Science revealed that deliberate practice accounts for 80% of the difference in performance between elite and average performers. Talent, surprisingly, only explained about 4% of the variance. Look at the world of sports. Michael Phelps wasn't born with swim fins. He trained for 5 hours a day, 365 days a year, for over a decade before winning his first Olympic gold. His coach said something remarkable. Michael's gift is not his wingspan or his ankle flexibility. It's his unrelenting dedication to practice every single detail. In academia, a fascinating study followed 400 students over 4 years. The results shattered the myth of natural intelligence. The highest achievers weren't those with the highest IQs, but those who consistently put in structured study time, even when the material was difficult or boring. Consider the tech industry. The founders of Instagram spent countless hours learning programming after their regular jobs. Their first attempt, Bourbon, failed completely. But instead of giving up, they analyzed user data, rebuilt from scratch, and created one of the most successful platforms in history. The evidence extends to creative fields too. Best-selling author Stephen King wrote every single day for 9 years before selling his first novel. He kept every rejection letter, using them as motivation to improve his craft. Today, his dedication to the process has resulted in over 350 million books. But here's what's truly powerful about all these examples. They are not outliers. They are blueprints. They show us that extraordinary success is not about extraordinary talent. It's about extraordinary dedication. And speaking of dedication, let me show you exactly how to put these principles into action in your own life. Now, putting these principles into action requires a systematic approach. The first step is establishing your baseline. Where are you right now? Take an honest inventory of your skills, your daily habits, and your current results. This becomes your starting point for measurable improvement. Create what I call a success hour. The first 60 minutes of your day dedicated solely to your most important goal. No emails, no phone calls, just focused work on your primary objective. This single habit has transformed more careers than almost any other strategy I have encountered. Set what I call micro goals, daily achievable targets that build toward your larger vision. If you are learning a new skill, commit to 30 minutes of deliberate practice. If you are building a business, make 5 meaningful connections each day. If you are writing, produce 500 words before breakfast. Track everything. Use a simple journal or digital tool to record your daily progress. The mere act of measurement increases performance. Note your breakthroughs, your challenges, and most importantly, your daily consistency score. Are you showing up every day? Are you putting in the focus time? Implement the 2-minute rule for getting started. When resistance hits, commit to just 2 minutes of work. Often, you will find yourself continuing far beyond those initial minutes. It's about lowering the barrier to entry while maintaining high standards for your actual work. Create accountability structures. Find a mentor or join a mastermind group where you must report your progress weekly. Nothing drives consistent action like knowing others are expecting results from you. Share your goals with people who will hold you to your highest standards. Most importantly, design your environment for success. Remove friction from your desired behaviors and add friction to distractions. Put your running shoes by your bed if you want to exercise in the morning. Block social media during your work hours. Make excellence the path of least resistance. As we stand here today, remember this moment. The moment you truly understood that your potential is not limited by your natural gifts, but by your willingness to work harder than anyone else in the room. Your future success is not waiting to be discovered. It's waiting to be earned. Excellence is a habit, not an event. The distance between where you are and where you want to be will be crossed by consistent, deliberate action. Every single day, you have the opportunity to lay another brick in the foundation of your success. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. 5 years from now, you will look back at this moment as either the day you took control of your destiny or just another day you let slip by. The choice is yours, and it's a choice you make not once, but every single day. Remember, talent is common, hard work is rare, and the combination of the two is unstoppable. Your potential is literally unlimited when you commit to outworking your competition, including your past self. The only question remaining is, what will you do with this knowledge? Starting tomorrow morning, wake up 1 hour earlier. Take that first step. Make that first commitment to excellence. Your future self is watching, waiting, hoping you will make the right choice. Because in the end, it's not about who's the most talented. It's about who's willing to put in the work when no one else will. Go out there and prove that hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard enough, success leaves clues. Every day, I meet people who are working themselves to exhaustion, pushing harder and harder, yet finding themselves stuck in the same place. They're doing everything they've been told to do, working longer hours, sacrificing weekends, missing family time. But something's missing. I remember meeting James, a brilliant software developer in Silicon Valley. He would arrive at the office before sunrise and leave long after everyone else had gone home. His dedication was remarkable. His code was flawless. His work ethic, unmatched. Yet after 5 years, he watched his colleagues who worked fewer hours got promoted ahead of him. He couldn't understand why. That's when it hit me. We've been sold a lie, a well-intentioned lie, but a lie nonetheless. The lie that hard work alone is the key to success. This belief is so deeply ingrained in our culture that questioning it feels almost wrong. But here's the truth. Hard work is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. 20 years ago, I was exactly where many of you are now. Working 16-hour days, grinding through weekends, pride myself on being the hardest worker in every room. I had the same belief system that many of you probably have right now, that if I just worked harder than everyone else, success would inevitably follow. Then something happened that changed everything. I watched as a competitor launched a company similar to mine and achieved in 18 months what had taken me 5 years to build. Their secret wasn't working harder, it was working differently. This experience shattered my understanding of success and forced me to completely rebuild my approach from the ground up. What I discovered was a revolutionary truth. Success is not a marathon of hard work. It's a sophisticated formula where hard work is just one ingredient. Have you ever seen someone who seems to achieve remarkable success without the backbreaking effort that others put? They're not lucky. They're not cutting corners. They've simply mastered other critical elements that multiply the value of their hard work. The good news, these elements aren't mysterious or out of reach. They're learnable skills and strategies that anyone can master. But first, you need to be willing to challenge everything you think you know about success. You need to be ready to work smarter, not just harder. Right now, you might be feeling a mix of skepticism and curiosity. That's good. That tension you're feeling is the first sign that you're ready for a transformation. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't just theory. It's a proven blueprint that has transformed thousands of lives, including my own. And it all starts with understanding why hard work alone, despite what we've all been taught, is not enough to guarantee success in today's world. The truth about success is both simpler and more complex than most people realize. And that's exactly what we need to understand next. Every morning, millions of people wake up believing the same thing I used to believe. That success is directly proportional to the hours they put in. They think if they just work harder, stay later, push further, everything will fall into place. I see it in their eyes during my seminars worldwide. That fierce determination mixed with exhaustion, that silent frustration of giving everything yet seeing minimal returns. Take Sarah, a talented chef I met in Chicago. She'd spend 18 hours a day in her restaurant kitchen, perfecting every dish, handling every detail. Her food was exceptional, her work ethic unquestionable. Yet after 3 years, her restaurant was barely breaking even, while a competitor down the street, open only for dinner service, was thriving with a 3-month waiting list. Or consider Michael, a sales professional who would make 300 cold calls daily, while his colleagues averaged 50. He was first in the office, last to leave. His dedication unmatched. His results, middle of the pack, month after month. He watched others hit their targets with seemingly less effort. These aren't isolated cases. They represent a painful truth I've observed across every industry, every profession, every level of business. Hard work in isolation is like trying to drive a car with only one wheel. You might move forward, but you'll never reach your destination efficiently. The real formula for success is far more nuanced. Picture success as a combination lock. Hard work is just one number in the sequence. You can keep spinning that one number forever, but without the other numbers, without the complete formula, that lock will never open. This complete formula, this success combination includes elements that multiply your efforts exponentially. Think of it like compound interest for your career. While others are working harder, pushing against the same walls, true achievers are working smarter, finding doors they can walk right through. I discovered this the hard way through years of trial and error. What's incredible? Once you understand this formula, everything changes. Your productivity multiplies, your impact amplifies, your results accelerate. And the most amazing part, you often end up working less while achieving more. But to grasp this formula fully, we need to start with perhaps its most crucial component after hard work, strategic thinking. Because when you combine hard work with strategic thinking, something magical happens. You stop being just busy and start being truly productive. You stop spinning your wheels and start moving forward with purpose. The difference between strategic thinking and just working hard is like the difference between strategic thinking and just working hard is like the difference between digging a well with a shovel or using a drilling machine. Both will get you water, but one will get you there faster, with less effort, and with better results. I learned this lesson through a conversation with one of my early mentors. He asked me a simple question that changed my entire perspective. If you had only 2 hours to chop down a tree, how would you spend those hours? I quickly answered, chopping as hard as I can. He smiled and said, I would spend the first hour sharpening the axe. This is what strategic thinking is all about. It's about taking a step back before moving forward. It's about understanding that every minute spent planning can save you hours in execution. But here's what most people don't realize. Strategic thinking isn't some lofty, abstract concept reserved for CEOs and business scholars. It's a practical skill that anyone can master. Look at Richard, a real estate agent I worked with. While other agents were making dozens of cold calls daily, Richard spent time analyzing market trends and building relationships with property developers. He realized that new construction projects would create waves of transactions. Within a year, he was handling more deals than his 3 closest competitors combined, working fewer hours and enjoying the process. Or consider Lisa, who owned a small bakery. Instead of just working longer hours to serve more customers, she analyzed her sales data. She discovered that 80 of her profits came from wedding cakes and corporate events. She restructured her business to focus on these high-value opportunities, doubled her income, and actually reduced her working hours. And strategic thinking means asking better questions. Instead of how can I work harder, ask what actions will give me the biggest returns. Instead of how can I do more, ask what should I stop doing. These questions lead to breakthrough insights that transform your results. Strategic thinking looks like in practice. I start each week with 30 minutes of planning. Ask yourself, what are my highest value activities? What tasks could I eliminate, automate, or delegate? What relationships should I nurture? What skills would multiply my effectiveness? These questions activate your strategic mind and guide your actions toward maximum impact. But remember, strategic thinking isn't a one-time event. It's a muscle that grows stronger with use. The more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. And when you combine it with specialized knowledge, when you combine strategic thinking with specialized knowledge, you create something extraordinary. You see, in today's world, being a generalist is like being a handyman in a world of master craftsmen. Sure, you might get by, but you'll never command the premium that specialists do. When you need heart surgery, do you look for a general doctor or a cardiac specialist? When your $1 million investment is at stake, do you consult a general accountant or a specialized financial advisor? The market always pays more for specialized expertise. I remember meeting Tom, a marketing professional who was struggling to stand out in his field. He was good at everything: social media, email marketing, content creation, paid advertising, but he wasn't exceptional at anything. His breakthrough came when he decided to focus exclusively on email marketing for e-commerce businesses. Within 18 months, he tripled his income and had companies competing for his services. Specialized knowledge isn't just about what you already know. It's about what you choose to master. It's about identifying the intersection of 3 critical elements. What you're naturally good at, what the market needs, and what you're passionate about. This sweet spot is where extraordinary success happens. Mary, a fitness trainer, discovered this truth the hard way. She spent years trying to help everyone: weight loss, muscle gain, rehabilitation, senior fitness. She was working 60-hour weeks but barely making ends meet. Then she made a crucial decision to specialize in post-pregnancy fitness. Today she has a waiting list of clients, charges premium rates, and works half the hours she used to. The path to specialized knowledge is systematic. Start by identifying your natural strengths. Then research where these strengths intersect with market demands. Invest in deep learning, books, courses, mentors, real-world experience. But most importantly, focus on solving specific problems for specific people. The narrower your focus, the broader your opportunities become. Remember, specialized knowledge creates leverage. It turns your time from a commodity into a premium service, but specialized knowledge alone isn't enough. To truly maximize its value, you need to combine it with something equally powerful, your network of relationships. Your specialized knowledge becomes exponentially more valuable when combined with strong relationships. Success isn't created in isolation. It's built through connections that multiply your opportunities and impact. I learned this truth early in my career when a 10-minute conversation with a stranger at a conference led to a partnership that transformed my business. This wasn't luck, it was the result of consistently showing up and genuinely caring about others' success. Consider David, a brilliant software engineer who struggled for years working solo. His breakthrough came when he started attending industry meetups, not to sell, but to solve problems. He would listen intently, offer solutions, and connect people who could help each other. Within a year, he had access to opportunities that no job board could provide. Today, he never has to look for work. Opportunities find him through his network. Building powerful relationships isn't about collecting business cards or growing your social media following. It's about creating genuine value for others before expecting anything in return. Take Jennifer, a consultant who made it her mission to help 3 people every week, expecting nothing back. She would introduce valuable connections, share industry insights, or offer thoughtful feedback. Her generosity created a network of allies who became her biggest advocates. The key is authenticity. Stop thinking about networking as a transaction. Think of it as planting seeds for future harvests. Every person you meet has a universe of connections, experiences, and opportunities that could align with your goals. But these treasures only become available through genuine relationships built on trust and mutual value. How to build these relationships systematically? First, identify the circles where your potential collaborators, clients, and mentors gather. Show up consistently. Listen more than you speak. Share your specialized knowledge generously. Follow up thoughtfully. Remember personal details. Celebrate others' successes. Most importantly, always ask yourself, how can I add value to this person's journey? But relationships also alone aren't enough. To truly succeed in today's complex world, you need to master something equally crucial: emotional intelligence and soft skills. Technical skills might get you in the door, but emotional intelligence determines how far you'll go once you're inside. I've seen brilliant professionals plateau while others with average technical skills soar to extraordinary heights. The difference: their ability to understand and connect with people. Remember Susan, the sales director who consistently outperformed her peers. Her secret wasn't just product knowledge. It was her ability to read the room, sense unspoken concerns, and adapt her approach instantly. She could walk into a meeting and immediately understand the emotional dynamics at play. That's emotional intelligence in action. The most powerful form of communication isn't in your words. It's in your ability to make others feel understood. Take Mark, a project manager whose team would move mountains for him. Not because he demanded it, but because he took time to understand their individual motivations, challenges, and aspirations. He turned a group of individuals into a cohesive unit by speaking to their hearts, not just their minds. Leadership presence isn't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about creating an environment where others feel valued and heard. When you develop this skill, people naturally gravitate toward your ideas and vision. They follow you not because they have to, but because they want to. Trust is the currency of influence. You build it through consistent actions, genuine empathy, and unwavering integrity. Each interaction is either a deposit or withdrawal from your trust account. The best leaders maintain a consistently positive balance through authentic connections and reliable follow-through. But mastering emotional intelligence is just one piece. To stay relevant in today's rapidly changing world, you need something equally vital: adaptability and continuous learning. Success leaves clues, but these clues keep changing. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. I spent decades studying successful people, and there's one trait they all share. They're passionate learners who adapt fearlessly to change. I witnessed this firsthand with Robert, a bookstore owner facing extinction in the digital age. Instead of resisting change, he transformed his business into a community learning hub. He studied digital marketing, embraced e-commerce, and created hybrid experiences, blending physical and online interactions. While his competitors disappeared, his business thrived because he saw change as an opportunity, not a threat. Failure isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. Take Patricia, a tech entrepreneur who lost everything in her first venture. Instead of giving up, she performed a detailed analysis of what went wrong. She turned her failures into a roadmap for success. Today, she runs a thriving consulting firm, helping other startups avoid the same pitfalls. The most dangerous phrase in business is, "We've always done it this way." Every industry is evolving at lightning speed. The skills that got you here won't get you there. That's why continuous learning isn't just an option. It's survival. Developing a growth mindset means seeing every challenge as a chance to improve. It means understanding that your abilities aren't fixed. They're like muscles that grow stronger with exercise. When you embrace this mindset, setbacks become setups for comebacks. But learning without proper time management is like having a high-performance engine with no steering wheel. You need to know how to direct your energy effectively. Time, the great equalizer. Everyone gets the same 24 hours, but why do some achieve dramatically more than others? The secret lies not in managing time, but in managing decisions and energy. I remember watching Kate, a senior executive, transform her productivity overnight. Her secret: she stopped doing 100 things adequately and focused on doing 10 things exceptionally well. She realized that being busy isn't the same as being productive. Your most valuable asset isn't your time. It's your energy and attention. Think of your energy like a battery with 4 bars. When all 4 bars are full, you can accomplish more in an hour than others do in a day. The key is identifying your high-value activities and aligning them with your peak energy period. Start each day by asking, what are the 3 activities that will move me closest to my goals? These are your power moves. Everything else is a distraction. Mark, a successful entrepreneur, tripled his company's growth when he started dedicating his morning energy, his strongest hours, exclusively to strategic planning and key client relationships. They come disguised as opportunities. That's why you need a decision-making framework. Before saying yes to anything, ask yourself 3 questions. Does this align with my goals? Is this the best use of my energy right now? What am I saying no to by saying yes to this? Energy management means understanding your natural rhythms. Sarah, a writer, discovered she could produce her best work in 3 focused hours each morning, rather than forcing herself through 8 scattered hours. She structured her day around these power hours and saw her productivity soar. But here's the game changer. Batch similar activities together. Handle all your emails at once. Schedule meetings back to back. Process all your decisions in one sitting. This minimizes the energy drain from context switching. Think of it like driving. You use less fuel making one long trip than several short ones. The most successful people aren't just efficient with their time. They are strategic with their energy. They understand that maintaining high energy levels through proper rest, nutrition, and exercise isn't self-indulgent. It's self-investment. Your energy capacity directly impacts your earning capacity. Remember, every yes to a low-value activity is a no to something potentially life-changing. Guard your time and energy fiercely. But time management alone isn't enough. In today's world, you need something equally powerful, a strong personal brand. Your reputation is like a shadow. It follows you everywhere, whether you manage it or not. In today's connected world, your personal brand isn't just what you say about yourself, it's what Google says about you when someone searches your name. Take Michael, a brilliant architect who struggled to attract high-value clients. His work was exceptional, but nobody knew about it. He started sharing his design insights on LinkedIn, writing about sustainable architecture, and speaking at industry events. Within months, clients were seeking him out, not the other way around. Your personal brand is built in moments when you're not in the room. Amanda, a corporate trainer, understood this perfectly. She created valuable content, shared industry insights, and helped others succeed. Soon, people were recommending her before they'd even met her. Her reputation preceded her, opening doors that would remain closed. Authority isn't claimed. It's earned through consistent value delivery. Start by identifying your unique perspective. What insights do you have that others need? Share them generously. Create content that solves real problems. Engage authentically with your network. Remember, visibility without value is just noise. Your online presence should tell a compelling story, not just what you do, but why it matters. Each post, article, or comment should reinforce your expertise and values. This isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity and impact. Everything you share should answer one question. How does this help my audience succeed? But all these elements, hard work, strategy, knowledge, relationships, emotional intelligence, adaptability, time management, and personal branding, they come together in one final crucial moment. The moment of truth in your success journey isn't in knowing, it's in doing. Everything we've discussed today forms a powerful success blueprint. But blueprints don't build houses. Action does. You know, understand that hard work alone isn't enough. You've seen how strategic thinking multiplies your efforts, how specialized knowledge creates your edge, how relationships open doors, and how emotional intelligence amplifies your impact. You know the power of adaptability, the importance of time management, and the necessity of a strong personal brand. Here's what you must do starting tomorrow morning. First, audit your current approach. Where are you relying solely on hard work? Identify one area where strategic thinking could multiply your results. Next, commit to developing deeper expertise in your chosen field. Start building meaningful relationships. Reach out to 3 people who inspire you this week. The world doesn't reward good intentions, it rewards decisive action. Every successful person I've met made one crucial decision. They decided to stop accepting average results from extraordinary effort. They decided to work smarter, not just harder. 20 years from now, you won't regret the long hours or hard work. You'll regret the opportunities you missed because you were too busy being busy. Success isn't a destination. It's a journey of continuous growth and strategic action. Your breakthrough moment isn't coming tomorrow. It's here right now. The question isn't whether these principles work. They do. The question isn't, will you have the courage to apply them? Will you be bold enough to work differently, not just harder? The future belongs to those who not only embrace these principles, but live them daily. Your success story begins the moment you decide to stop running on the hamster wheel of pure hard work and start applying the success formula we've discussed today.